Guys, I'd swear it was a spring day if it wasn't January the 6th. We were about 36 this morning, and we're going to get up into the 70s today. And it looks like January is going to be pretty mild for us. Good morning, my family. I hope you checked out that canning video I did yesterday. For those of you who expressed some concern about canning and canning meats, I think it'll help you a whole lot. But let's get on to some pretty serious business here. So there was a report that came out this morning that gardeners suffer less mental illness and less chronic diseases. This is one of the first studies I've ever seen that's come out with this, and it's something I think that all of us as gardeners already knew, but to have some validity to it, and maybe will encourage others to get out there and start doing a garden, is really great. And that's what's great about this story. So the Epoch Times came out with the story this morning, and it was a study that came out in Australia, and I'll put the link down below. But it stated that they took 300 random people. The average age was around 41. It was the low income that were suffering mostly from anxiety and stress, saw the biggest impact from gardening. It also stated that they have concrete proof that it is reducing chronic illness, mental illness, anxiety, stress, and making people just generally more healthy and more calmer. And again, I think that's something that all of us has already tapped into. I don't think we knew it, but I will say I know for a fact that the smell of dirt is a natural antidepressant, and we have touted that for years. In fact, in the springtime, whenever they are tilling up the fields and stuff around here, and you can smell the manure, that's really a good smell to me, and it calms me and it gives me peace. But let me read you some of these stats. So it says that the Epoch Health reports that gardeners have a lower risk of chronic or mental illness. This was the first ever randomized controlled trial of community gardeners. Again, it was with low-income households, and it was the stressed and the anxious saw the greatest reduction of mental health issues. It also played an important role in preventing cancer and chronic diseases. It involved 300 gardening beginners guys. So if you're watching this and you're new to our channel, we can help you get your garden going. I know that we do lots of videos on it, but you know what? My subscribers in our community also lends a hand at giving great advice in the comments and stuff. So be sure and hit subscribe if you are new to gardening or you're thinking about getting into gardening for this very reason. So this was published on January 4th from the journal Lancet Planetary Health. And again, I'll put that link down below. Guys, I think it goes without saying that it is a calming effect. And when you walk through your garden, even though we have a lot of damage, I'm going to get in here and do some work. I'm still happy to come out here and work this and just enjoy putting my hands in the dirt and spending time outside. And that has a lot to do with it. But another thing that has a lot to do with is your diet changes. So for those of you who garden, and if you're thinking about gardening, you tend to eat better because you're eating your homegrown vegetables. I think one of the biggest things they said was the fiber intake, which helps tremendously. And that goes a lot with your greens, which is what we're growing a lot of right now this time of year, which is your spinach and your kale and your bok choys, your broccolis. And guys, I got some heads on my broccoli. But anyway, yeah, so this is the time of year, and we are going to start some more seeds, and we're going to get going. We're going to start some spring and summer seeds, and we're going to start some cool weather plants because I still have some time to try to get some harvest in, especially in this little high tunnel. But for those of you who have doubted as to whether or not it is beneficial to have a garden, yes, it is. The study is showing that people that are suffering from anxiety and depression and maybe some poor health and some chronic issues can benefit greatly from gardening. And they did it in 2 controlled groups. So this is a pretty solid study, and it's more of a reason for you guys to get out there and do your gardening and start planting some seeds, guys, and get going. So if you're new, be sure and hit subscribe to our channel. And if you're one of my community members already, be sure and give us a like. Comment below, guys, on how gardening helps you and what it does for you and your family. And be sure and, oh guys, click that little bell up there in the right hand corner so that you're notified whenever I put out a new video. And we need to address something else. I just saw it yesterday, comments going into your comments stating, click here, you won something, to Hillbilly Jilly. That's not from me. That is spam. I don't know who that is. I tried to go in and remove them all, and I don't know if I did or not, but if you see them, it's not from me. If you win something, I will call you out directly on the video, or I will send you an email if I already have your email or your phone number. So take care. God bless, guys. Get out there and garden. Let's get healthy this year. And don't forget about that 365 challenge. Love you guys. Bye-bye.